Hi everyone, Reeason here, and in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys the process I use to trade from scratch to my Magenta Furry. Now, I want you to remember in this entire process that I did have help from viewers like you and from friends. Obviously, going from scratch to 280's worth of solids is very hard, and it probably would have taken me a lot longer to get it, considering I got it in 1 month. It probably would have taken me about 3 to 4 months without the help that I got from you guys. So I want you to please keep that in mind throughout the recording of this video, and please enjoy and let me know if this worked for you. Okay, on with the video. So the first thing you want to do in trading up is know what you want to trade up for. I cannot stress that enough. And I want you to think of something a little bit more achievable than, like, let's say my match furry, because when it comes to something that big of a scale, you don't necessarily want to overachieve and then be disappointed when you don't get that outcome. So starting with something like maybe just a solid at first, I highly recommend something small. While you are figuring out what your goal is, I highly recommend checking out wikis, asking other jammers, like searching around, doing a little bit of research on the item you are potentially wanting and the demand. Are people wanting more than what the wiki says? Are they wanting less? That is all something you need to figure out before you start the trading process. Okay, so you have the first step done. You know what you want. That is amazing. Now, the second thing you are going to do is start collecting rims. If you don't know what rims are, right on Mondays. These are going to be your best friend in these first few steps of this process. You can get these from shops from like anywhere from 1 to 5 diamonds. You can get them from the stores every Monday. Whatever process you do, just make sure you start collecting them as easily as possible. The Forgotten Desert and like any of the adventures are really great ways of getting these. Even like entering little giveaways all over Jamal. Like, they are all over the place, and you're going to be very surprised on how easy it is to get these. I do want to say this very early on in the video. Do not hack or scam people for rims. This goes for anything. Those are the things that are going to get you blacklisted. When it comes to hacking and scamming, you do not want to be one of those jammers and end up on blacklists all over Discord servers, like all over fandom pages. They even have a blacklist on the Animal Jam wiki worth. Like, they're all over the place, and you do not want to end up on one of those. Cheating your way through the system is not okay, and it's devastating to other jammers. Just don't be a bad person. After you collect a bunch of these rims, you can start trading for clothing betas. At the recording of this video, clothing betas go for about 15 rims each. So all those rims you just collected are going to get you to a place where you are able to kind of like farm a lot of these clothing betas, and from here on up, just rims are going to be your best friend, and I mean that. I mean it. You are going to try and get as many clothing betas as you can. You can even get these from like jammer shops. They can go anywhere from 7 to 10 diamonds, and they're honestly not hard to get. There's a lot of them. There's a lot more than you would think. Step 5 is going to be den betas. Den betas are going to be the first like Animal Jam economy currency you are going to use. The first we'll get to later on. So it does take about 4 clothing betas to get to 1 den beta, and I know that sounds like a lot, but again, you can get these mostly anywhere. Like, clothing betas are going to be one of the easier things you're going to get. In my opinion, they are easier than getting the rims. So when you are trading for den betas, I just do want you to know that they are in shops all over the place, but this is where shop prices start to pick up a little bit. Member den betas go for around 20 to 25 diamonds, and the non-member ones can go anywhere from 25 to 40. So I just want you to keep that in mind when it comes to buying them. Next up are short and long spike wrist. Shorts go from anywhere from 1 to 4 den betas, while longs go from anywhere from 2 to 5. And diamond wise, they can go anywhere from 30 to 90 for shorts and 30 to 100 for longs. Now, remember, this is all depending on the color you are looking at. I definitely recommend checking out one of the wikis for these. After in trading and gathering wrist, you can start trading for short spike colors. The thing about spikes are you can trade for them with either den betas or spike wrist. For example, orange short collars can go anywhere from 3 to 4 din betas while also going for 2 bad long spike wrist or 2 to 3 good short wrist. This is the case for all of the short spike collars except for the black short collar. The black short collars go for 10 din betas or a good short spike collar plus a bad short spike collar. Short spike collars can go anywhere from 50 to 175 depending on the color. Once again, I recommend checking out the wikis in the link in the description to figure out what prices are the ones you were looking at going to be. And step 8 is where everybody wants to be. Long spike collars. These are going to be what some people, including myself, find the hardest to trade for. They are similar to short collars, but instead of trading wrist, you can trade short spike collars or other long spike collars depending on the color of the long you are going for. The orange and black long spike collars are great examples of how different the economy is when it comes to just longs on their own. For orange longs, they can go from anywhere from 10 din betas to 2 good shorts to a black short plus 3 to 4 din betas. Black longs or solids can go anywhere from 30 to 35 din betas depending on the jammer, 2 red longs, or 4 to 5 bad longs. Buying longs from the shops can be extremely difficult and expensive. It becomes difficult because they are really hard to find that can be in your price range and true to the wiki. But then again, every jammer is different from what they want to sell their items for. They can go anywhere from 200 to 800 diamonds depending on the color. Solids on their own can go anywhere from 500 to 800 diamonds. Just solids. Given solids are the #1 currency in the Animal Jam economy, they are in extremely high demand. And once you get to solids, everything you're going to want to trade up for from there is based on solids. Once you get to a solid, what you trade for next is up to you. No one is going to tell you there is a right or wrong way to trade. Even my method isn't going to work for everybody. It just worked for me, and I wanted to share that and maybe help someone else. Some things I want you to keep in mind is this is not an overnight process. It took me a month to get my Mag Furry, and that was with the help of you guys. If I didn't have that, I would probably have gotten in like 3 to 4 months. It's going to take time, and your trades might not always get accepted, but that is okay. Every jammer is different. Point to keep in mind when you're trading up from scratch is Brady's lab is not always the best place to trade. I know half the time I was in there, but the other time I was just trading with normal jammers in Jamaa. Also, please keep in mind that you should not feel bad or lesser if you cannot buy items from shops. It's completely okay to not have the funds. We've all been there. I know I've said this a lot, but I cannot stress it enough. I need you to understand that yes, this is the process that helped me get my Mag Furry, but I don't want you to think it is going to guarantee that you are going to get everything you want as fast as I did. So again, please do not give up if this is taking longer than you thought. It will take a little while. So just know you will get there, and my DMs are always open if you need help with trading, you just have questions, or you just want to talk. I also would like to give a huge thank you to everyone working on the Animal Jam wikis. This includes the Collector's Wiki, the Item Worth Wiki, and the Diamond Worth Wiki. They are always monitoring the Animal Jam economy and always keeping the wikis up to date. Doing research for this video was basically really easy because they handed everything to me on a silver platter because it was so understandable. Thank you for watching this video, and please check out all the wikis I have linked down below that I got all the research from this video on. So jam on, keep trading, and I will see you all later. Bye!